Good morning and welcome back to the Mini Miracles series. I hope that you saw the video on yesterday where I showed the video of my mom being in the hospital as well as myself. And yesterday I just kind of introduced it and talked about prayer and the power of intercession. So if you missed the video from yesterday, you can go back and watch it. But I'm going to continue from where I left off yesterday. So, the day after Thanksgiving, my mom was rushed to the hospital because her blood sugar was 650 and her toe was also bleeding. And the ambulance took her to the hospital, and my niece and I went behind them to get to the hospital. So we got there and they checked her in and everything, and then she kind of like went into a very sleepy, like comatose state, and they put her on oxygen and her body just kind of started like shutting down. And they were trying to figure out what was going on. They were asking me questions about, does she usually get up and go to the bathroom? Does she usually do certain things on her own? And I was like, yes. And everything just kind of started moving really quickly. And of course, I texted out my intercessors at church and sent them and let them know what was going on. They began to pray and intercede and cover her and encourage me as well. And so that they were there in the house, there in the ER all day, and she had to be admitted. And so that Friday night, I didn't stay, my niece stayed, and I went home and I began to worship and just seek the Lord and pray and ask what was going on. Also, I had to prepare myself mentally because this was also the same hospital where my father transitioned 2 years ago. And I had to bind what it looked like, and I had to speak life, and I knew that it was a war and that she was fighting. And so I had to worship and pray and just enter into the secret place, enter into the presence of God, and then be able to return into the hospital to be able to continue and pray and cover her and figure out what was going on. And so this morning, I want to cover anyone who is in a state of comatose, like a state of deep sleep, because that's kind of where she was. And